Hello, everybody, and welcome to Something in the Shadows. To the finale of Something in the Shadows. Actually, um, if I start coughing or anything, I am a little bit sick right now. But this is the finale, and we have to get it out there. Um, and also, I am very sorry that this isn't on Chillingly Bored's channel. This is on my channel, and all that good stuff. But this is Chillingly Bored. This is all this stuff is part of Chillingly Bored. Um, so in the last episode, a few things happened that I'm not exactly sure how to explain. hmm. Where to start? Where to start? Well, first of all, a crash happened. They found Blair scratching at herself, more like it, and tearing at her skin. They eventually managed to calm her down, but Blair seems to be a little bit off. Not really responding to much, more a ghost within reality. A few more other things that had happened is they had met Pseudo, or Deep Throat, as they had known him for quite a while. The personal informant giving information about the apartment and about what's there. Getting there, Nefarious and him had quite the conversation. Going in the house, though, they had found a few things, but the most important part out of all of this is going downstairs and meeting Atlas, where they had figured out that Atlas is a Frankenstein, a wretch among the living. Now, if you watch the episode, you probably know all that, and if you're even here, I just can't believe it. That's a good amount of hours that you put in to just get here. And for that, I want to say thank you. And I also want to say thank you to my wonderful players. Kirsten couldn't make it, but I can promise you that she will be left a mystery. And we will be adding on to her story. Now the other two, Nefarious, Connor, or Anthony and Connor, you two, thank you for joining me. This has been a dream of mine for a very long time, and it means a great deal that you are here. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the shameless rambling. If you have any fan art or fan fiction for all that stuff, send it my way. I'll start putting my email in the description, or you can go to our pages. I'm frequently on Facebook more than I am Twitter, so on Facebook, if you go post your fan art and just tell me about your fan fiction, and I'll freaking read every little bit of it, or I'll look through all those photos. I love that sort of stuff. Also, if you want to help us get bigger and so we can do more of this stuff, tell people about it. Share, support. It means a lot. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. This stuff is also, by the way, going to Spotify and iTunes. Not this series, since I haven't had a lot of knowledge into this. I might try to convert it into a different file format to get it on there for you guys. But a few things coming up. I will be trying to get up by myself as solo campaigns. Hikiomori, which I don't think I'm saying that right, but you'll see. It's going to be great. I'm going to be doing it right after this, and I'll be posting it soon. I will also be doing Iron Sword, which is really cool. It's a Viking-ish kind of... It's a little bit hard to explain, but I can promise you that I will be doing that one. And maybe Pocket Dungeon, but I don't know. That looks really complicated, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And also, sorry for saying a lot. I notice I've been doing that. I think that is all. I might be missing something. But the very, very final thing is graphic warning. I know that I said last episode was going to be super dark and everything, but if anything, this episode, as the finale, will be dealing with heavy subjects. If you have already gotten here, you know that this will deal with violence and gore, body, especially this episode, body horror, um, an extreme amount of personal horror, such as depression, anxiety, and everything on top of that. Um, there's a great deal more that I just don't even know how to get into, and I don't know how much more I can say. Here we go. I bet you guys are all waiting to get into this. And so we start. Sometimes things are left unanswered. Maybe it's for the best, as when things truly begin to unfold, we are prone to madness and the unbearable truths. Things are left in the dark for a reason, in the shadows for a reason. When uncovered, you will pay the consequences. A voice speaks out. It's not booming. It's not necessarily deep. It more has a soothing, cold factor that chills you to your bone. Atlas stands tall. Blair, unblinking, ghost-like. Pseudo, pulling up his tactical shotgun towards the door. Chittering and scraping, and more comes from within the walls. The voice, after saying those few lines, and after what seems to start as classical music, says, "Finally, you're all here. I've been waiting a very, very long time. I need to feed." And all of those weren't enough. But all of you all have something very, very special. A certain smell, a certain tick. Especially the one with the stitches. The wretch that stands before you. I want him. The little girl, too. She has a certain smell that I know if I would eat that flesh off of her face, it would be uncanny to anything else I've ever tasted. Instead of fire, it would taste of darkness. Come find me, or I will find you. The choice is up. Beethoven rings throughout the walls, as well as the chittering and skittering, scratching, and small screeches. Does anyone do anything? Or would you guys like to do anything?
Um, I oops. Did that do the weird?
No, it's all good.
Okay. I honestly can't think of something to do right now.
Connor.
I'm just gonna stay silent and.
Okay. How about you, Connor? Is there anything specific you would like to do after hearing such a speech?
No.
Atlas stands motionless. He doesn't say anything, just staring at the ground, trembling. You start to feel very uncomfortable around him. Something is off. Something is not normal about this man, and something on a deep instinctual level definitely tells you this. Your skin crawls and you have chills. Your hairs stand up on the back of your neck as well as everywhere else. Pseudo seems to be on edge, his finger twitching. He seems to be a little bit trigger happy. And Blair, instead of her blank face, she grows a smile. Almost as if she knew what was about to happen next. The voice comes through again, through echoing speakers or maybe supernatural force. If it helps, Connor, Netherius, if it does help, think about your wife. Think about the baby inside of her. And Connor, think about your father. Think about that crimson blood leaking from his throat. Remember finding that knife stuck and you just trying to unjam it? Father, no! Wake up! Father, no! Wake up! I remember those words. I remember them very dearly. I cherish them more than your father's. His screaming. Screaming is what they all do. So pitiful. Until I take my knife and I cut off their faces to eat. Do you remember, Netherius, finding your wife without her face? Her beautiful porcelain flesh just detached. Imagine me eating it. Completely raw. How do you feel? Don't you want revenge now? Haven't you always wanted revenge upon me, Netherius? You didn't know it then, but now you know. That contract that you got, you stayed fulfilled. You stayed upon your track. Take him down because it's the only thing you have left. When in all truth, I'm the one who took everything away from you within the first place. Same for you, Connor. Spending your life merelessly tracking down unreal supernatural beings, and right now you have one stood before you. Or at least speaking to you. One right next to you, and maybe all of them right next to you. And you haven't done a single thing to document any of it. Don't you want to purge evil off of this world, Connor? Well, here I am. Take your vengeance out upon me. I would love to see you try. It's a game of cat and mouse, boys. Let's see who is the giant and who is not. And it ends. Do you guys have anything to say?
Yeah, you're like super staticky.
Oh, am I? Did you not hear
Yeah.
any of that?
You're like
Or like...
bits and pieces.
Oh.
Since we started, I've been hearing bits and pieces, and it just barely got worse. But
I wonder if that's also coming through on here.
Yeah, it's basically just static. All I heard was bits and pieces.
I've been wanting to tell you the entire time, but every time I went to go say something, you'd keep talking, and I don't want to interrupt your speaking because
You can definitely do that because, well, there goes that monologue. I'll read. I'll come back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, everybody on stream, let's see, in 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, everybody. Sound issues, at least for the other players, I don't know. I'll have to check and see if everything's all good there as well. But it's okay. It's fine. I'll redo it. So, Lazarus. Lazarus is my name, for I was reborn. If you don't want to come find me now, maybe I can push all of you. Give you a little bit of a nudge. Netherius, you remember your wife, don't you? Her pretty blonde locks. Her smooth porcelain skin and face. The pretty child within her. The music you used to play. If you remember this, then you will remember how that porcelain face and the skin was ripped off. Let me just tell you, my friend, that was me. How I love to feast upon the porcelain skin of others. For my children, they are mute. Her scream, though, intoxified them all. Gave them all just a little bit more hope to speak once again. For my children want to come out and play. But in order for that to happen, I want you to come find me. You've been tracking me down all your life, and the funny thing is that you just took a contract to find a killer. The Dreamcatcher killer. But the real funny thing is how that killer took everything away from you. And is what made you what you are in the first place. How your wife's stomach was torn open. How I enjoyed it with such glee. My fist just sinking right into her. I can assure you it wasn't quick, my friend. Not in the slightest. For I wanted to hear noise. I wanted to hear music. And that was her screams to me. I do feel guilty about the unborn child. But the lavish and the enjoyment that it gave me, I have no regrets no more. And for you, Connor, do you remember your father's throat? How he lay in a puddle of his own blood upon the floor. How he gurgled. How he choked upon his own blood as he looked at you and begged for your help. As you dislodged the knife from his throat, making a tearing and slicing sound. All he could do was make guttural moans as he escaped his own mortal coil. I listened and watched that whole time. All you wanted to do was help your father, and yet you could do nothing. Now, here you are chasing supernatural beings throughout your whole life. And what have you found? Ectoplasm, bumps in the night, and here before you stand creatures beyond your imagination. The girl before you, her smell is intoxicating. Her flavor, a darkness I have never seen before. The wretch, the strength that stands upon the world bearer's shoulders, Atlas. He has done incredible amounts of wrong, and yet here he is, talking as if he is a savior. There are monsters before you, including the one with the mask. The boy who pretends to block out the static and the noise and the numb, as he is being taken over by something within him, just as little old Blair. Find me and take your revenge, for this is a game of cat and mouse. Who are the mice and who are the cats, my friends? We will find out soon enough. May you, maybe, avenge the many who have died upon my hand, the many who have lost their flesh to my teeth, the many who were rended and shredded and peeled like potatoes. May you find me, and may you make your revenge. Beethoven rings throughout the walls once more. It's almost as his voice wasn't blocking everything else out and just taking a hold of you. The skittering and the scratching becomes even more prominent. Is there anything you would like to do or say in this time?
I would like to walk over to the wall and just punch it. Just really hard. Just punch the wall.
Okay.
Critical fail, you break your wrist.
I'm okay with that.
You know what? Yeah, make a strength roll. Strength plus brawl.
A strength?
Yeah, strength plus brawl.
Strength brawl.
Yep.
This is like my most pathetic roll ever. I did it.
You make a thuddening crack. As well, a small crack does appear on the wall. And it cracks upward. And more. And more. Would you like to do anything seeing this?
Just follow the crack as it goes up.
Oh, no, 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 no. The cracks spread out like a spider web. It's
I thought you were saying it like one crack went up the wall.
It cracks outward. It almost looks as if the wall's gonna fall over.
As if the wall's gonna what?
Fall over.
Cut off.
Oh. As if the wall is about to fall over. Would you maybe like to back up?
Yeah.
Chittering and ticking come from within the wall. Scratching. As it spiderwebs out, you back up. Atlas looks over and he sniffs the air. And under his breath he mutters, "Pandorians, we have to get out. Now! I will block the back.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna be coming soon." What, Aetherius? Say again?
I said, I guess we're getting out.
Before you turn around and get out, the crack spiderwebs more, and the wall bursts down upon many and many and many hands, limbs, with eyes and tendrils, with a color of black ink, jet black ink. They crawl out of the wall, fingers with talons. Heads that crawl on tentacles, all made of black, stringy ink. Everything has multiple eyes or no eyes at all, and they start pouring out. And they start coming towards you.
Towards just me or both of
Towards
us?
everybody. There's maybe 50 of them so far, but there are definitely more.
Is there a clear way out?
Yeah, upstairs. Because you guys are currently in the basement.
I'm going to grab Blair and throw her over my shoulder and book it.
Bam!
Me and Tanya are also running.
Okay. Pseudo fires a shotgun. Black mucus and ink fly across the walls. One shotgun blast was definitely not enough to do it within the large crowd of them. But then you feel something. You feel disquiet like you never have before. It almost makes you want to fall to your knees, but you do keep running. Atlas pulls off his hood. His face becomes not as porcelain, a little bit more stretched. Upon the one side of his face, a large scar appears, stitching. Some of his mouth gone. His teeth show through his cheek. Upon the other side, his eyes glow a marble white, an alabaster color. He looks forward. His hands seem to stretch. Ligaments of skin twist. Pieces sewn together, such as Frankenstein was. His jet black curled hair. Mattes, instead of its more softer tone. He becomes pale, and the jester's smile only grows. The diamond black eyes contrast with the alabaster white. Electricity shoots throughout the room as they crumble up, burn, and crisp. 20. No, maybe 25. But more keep pouring out of the wall. And he looks back. Run! In which you are currently doing. And you run. But where? Where do you run?
Out?
You run out of the building, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And how about you, Connor?
I follow behind him, and then I go and set up behind my car, get my AUG out, and just point it at the door.
Okay. The rain is still pouring, and it's pouring heavier than before. The ground trembles. The moon shines blood crimson red. Crows caw. Mice run out of the building. The grass dead. The trees wilting and dying away as you look around you. The only thing standing is the crimson red lone tree with the crows and ravens. You point at the door. You take your deep breath. Remember, if you have anything to say, you may interrupt me. If you guys have anything you want to do, you may do it now.
I can't think of anything.
Blair holds tight, and Pseudo comes running out of the door, screaming, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" He's sprinting towards you guys, but trips, inevitably. Scrambling towards you guys, he looks back, and there stands Atlas. His hood completely gone. His shirt, his deep gray shirt, completely tattered and torn, ripped to shreds. His body, if you have ever seen people who have had arm transplants of different arm lengths and sewn together flesh and scar tissue with no flexibility, it just seems to be off. It chills you to the bone. He stands before you, within the doorway, electricity running off of his skin. You can almost see some of the muscle sometimes from some of the pins at his shoulder and wrist. A long line of muscle. Because the skin is too little for his body. He is a large man. His eyes glow more than before, and he takes small steps from the building. And he looks at you and just stares. He continues walking till he's about middle field. You guys by your car aiming weapons forward. He just stands and he turns back. The house suddenly starts to crawl. In a weird way, you can almost tell the millions, or maybe more, in there. The black, conniving, inky beings. The hands, the limbs, the eyes, and the tendrils that lather. Hands, legs, even semi-humanoid beings start scrambling out of the building. Atlas takes his first action. And everything starts to light on fire as he roars out into the night, pointing his hands out. Flames burn everything to a crisp. The apartment building, old, quickly alights, and a piercing shriek comes from within inside the building. It leaps out of the window, crashing and tumbling amongst the ground. It stumbles to get up. There are still millions and thousands of things crawling out of this building, but this one is different. It looks humanoid. Its arms long, its skin black except its face. Black, slicked back hair. A broken pair of glasses. It's missing one of the lenses, one of its frames. It chuckles. It's wearing a white suit shirt with a black tie. Black jeans, almost as if it was ready for some kind of formal event. You know it's an it. This cannot be human. For this is worse than even Atlas. You want to fall to your knees. The chill the madness and the insanity creep over your brains. You start to lose yourselves just looking at these two. The small arms and legs and tendrils and the millions of body parts all cease for a moment. Thousands stand upon the doorstep. As the man raises his hand, I am Lazarus. How dare you burn my home? My children! You burn them. But I guess that's your revenge, is it not, Atlas? You come seeking me, and I seek you. The pyros within you, the fire I would lick up. You have so much strength, Atlas. I just would love to eat you right up. Come forward. Show me your strength. No doubt you will lose, for I have millions of children, and my soul is forever eternal. Because unlike you, I do not want to be pitiful. I do not want to be human, for I have power. I was like you once, Atlas. I was like you once. Asking humans for forgiveness for things I've done. One look from a woman who I loved dearly, and she ran away in fright. People started to become uncomfortable around me. Even animals bite and ravage at the sight of me. The land dies around me, and all that follows me is storm, blizzard, dry heat, and death. And then I figured out what I was. I am a monster, and you need to accept this, Atlas. You too are an abomination created by whatever the hell. Accept your nature, Atlas. You're a monster. Don't you think it's funny how they see us as monsters? And he points to you. All of you. The mortals. Or at least the two mortals. Don't you think it's funny how they perceive us as monsters? It's sad, isn't it? This is the end, my friend, for the both of us. Created by someone else, just to live in misery, because they wanted to rebirth something that should have not been, something that was dead. And here you are looking for a soul, something to claim, something to make you human. These mortals will never know the hardships you've been through, your pilgrimage and your journey, as you will never know mine. You will never know the horrors I committed, the atrocities I have done. Not all of them, anyway. I feel like this is similar to a movie I seen once. He talks about the starships of Orion exploding, and memories drowning out like tears in the rain. Yes, it is very much like that. All of these memories vanish like tears in the rain. And he stands still. Before anything happens, would you like to do anything, anyone?
Can I make sure I'm aware of my surroundings so no like sneak attacks or anything happens?
Yeah, of course. Can you make me I really need to start opening up character sheets. Can you make me a intelligence and investigation roll? While you do that, I do want to tell the audience something. I have not been doing their vices and virtues very well. They've been more acting on it on their own for roleplay reasons. So I do want to tell everybody I'm sorry. I will be giving them stuff for it this session, depending on things. Ooh. You don't notice anything. Nothing is behind you, nothing is around you. How about you, Natharius?
Okay.
I kind of just want to shoot the guy in the face.
Is that what you
Like,
would
I'm
like to
just
do?
like really sick of his ramblings. That is something I would like to do. Yes.
So Lazarus, you would like to shoot him in the face?
Yeah.
Is there any sort of, I don't know, do you have any sort of, I forgot. I know we kind of,
I have a cross.
yeah, I know you have a crossbow, but I was about to say something. Do you want to use, we talked about this before, but do you want to use any sort of bolt that you may have made in the past? Anything special?
And do I want to do it?
Do you want to use like a?
You kinda cut.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to use a certain bolt or arrow that you want to shoot? We talked about it before, but we never actually came to a conclusion if you had any special rounds. I will allow it at this point in time if you want to shoot a certain thing.
I think I decided on going with just normal rounds.
Okay.
Like I didn't go with any special ones.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shoot him with a normal one.
All right. Let me find ranged combat. Partial cover. Nope. He is flat, featureless terrain, so +2. Hold on. I'm trying to find things. Ranged combat. Give me combat. Somebody, please. Oh my lord, there is a lot of stuff. Christ. I just want to say something. Combat systems in every game ever are just a pain in the ass.
That is not true. Combat systems in some games are very simple.
A lot of the ones I play are just so much. Is it dexterity plus? Hold on. You're using a crossbow, so let me look up crossbow. I should probably just look this up in my book, but nah, it's okay. Here we go. Here we are. What is the ranged combat roll? I cannot find it. Dodge modifiers. No. Triple claw kick. They have a lot of hand-to-hand stuff, but apparently I cannot find shooty things. You know what? Make a dexterity plus weaponry roll. I think that's what it is. You may have something that adds on to this, though. Make a definitely dexterity plus weaponry roll, because I would say firearms, but I don't think firearms works for this. It's a crossbow.
You're just saying dex and weaponry?
Yeah, that'll work.
That's not what I meant to do.
My apologies, everybody.
It's loading.
It's loading. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Oof. That's... ouch.
For being some badass wannabe marksman, I can't aim worth shit apparently.
Your hand trembles. Maybe it's the cold of the rain, or holding Blair over your shoulder. Or maybe it's just the invigorous...
I never put her down.
Yeah. It's maybe the... Wait a minute. You're supposed to have a +2. Can you roll 2 more dice for me?
Was I supposed to have a +2?
Yes, you were. I totally forgot.
So you just want me to roll 2?
Yep.
Meep.
Okay, anyways. Never mind. That really doesn't
It
matter.
changes nothing.
You pull out your crossbow with a flick of your hand. The invigorating rage of your wife's killer stands right before you. It's your chance, and you take your shot. You almost hit him, but he moves right out of the way with a dexterity and finesse and flexibility you have never seen in a human before. He makes you tremble just looking at him. Fear becomes a prominent piece of your mind. The bolt just sticks in the flames behind him. Oh, I know you want your revenge soon, but this is a battle between giants, my friend, not a battle between mortals. Or maybe you want to join. Maybe you do want to take your revenge. Maybe you too, Connor. And he takes his finger and he drags it across his throat. Don't you remember? Don't you?
Shut up. I proceed to shoot him a lot.
Let me look up assault rifle rules.
Okay.
Let me get my book real quick. World of Darkness, here we go. I have a bookshelf about like the whole World of Darkness core rules set, so I have a lot. It takes me a long time to just like do all of this.
The whole of the internet doesn't need to know of your obsession with this game.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just the guy who really feels it.
Okay. Hold on. Would you like to do... Oh, I forgot. So, would you like to do a short burst, medium burst, or long burst?
Short burst for maximum accuracy.
Okay.
Macam accuracy. I speak English good.
Okay. Can you roll Dex plus... Do you have firearms? Dex plus either firearms or weaponry, whichever one is higher, and add a +3 to your roll. Plus 3 more dice, that is. I think. Maybe?
Possibly.
Possibly.
You can do it. And you missed.
3 more dice, by the way, Connor.
You like nailed his cloak. Congratulations.
Yeah, The +3 doesn't do what I thought it did.
Yeah. So everybody,
Wait, why is this
he
in
just
my-
rolled like, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He rolled like 8 dice, and
Shut up.
missed all 3 shots.
3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 7, 7, 1.
Boom, boom, boom. The rifle fires, and again,
Up.
almost like in the Matrix, he fully just does a twist and he bows. Your human weapons have nothing against me. Or maybe it's just your crappy aim. You can do better. I know you can. And he smiles. Maybe I should do one of my games now. What do you think?
You had some crappy aim, that's why you're on this earth.
What the hell is wrong with you,
Just cut it.
Connor?
Don't put that in, just cut it.
I am not cutting that out. That was too funny. Oh
Is
God!
that what you said?
I'm so. Oh, I didn't even hear him. It was just funny that he's like, "Can we cut that out?" And I'm like, "Nope."
Screw you.
Steve,
Steve, the beautiful baby boy, just please.
Oh, dude, no, I'm definitely not gonna edit that out. Come on now. We laughed way too
Okay, I
hard.
quit. Bye.
No, I'll cut it out. What's the timestamp here? I can't.
Life is ruined. Life is ruined.
I don't know what part I want to leave in here, though. You know what? Is it okay if I please leave it in? This
of
is great.
No.
It's so good, though. It's not even about you. I just think it's really funny how we're all laughing just so hard.
Your dad.
Oh. Oh, if it makes you feel better, I just poked my eyeball. Oh, it's so itchy.
Loser.
Ah.
It's a Karma's a bitch, but
Ugh.
she's actually a really nice person.
She really is. Ow,
Okay,
fuck
so-
though. God, it's so itchy.
Now that idiot moment is over. Should we get back to the
Yes,
story?
we should. Okay.
Your dad had bad aim.
So
That's been idiot time with the crew.
that was shenanigans with the
Inside peek of
crew.
what we really are.
Seriously, God, we're something, I guess. Okay. Did I describe shooting? I probably did, but I forgot. I'm gonna describe shooting again. No, I did describe shooting. It's all up to you guys now. He's just kind of bowing, and he's kind of making fun of you guys. What do you do?
So what
I'm gonna
get?
shoot at him again because
Re-
it worked so well the first time. I'm shooting.
Would I get
Reload.
increased accuracy?
Huh?
reload.
Me?
Reload?
Yeah, you have to reload. You're
Me.
using a crossbow.
I did like a 3-round burst.
Oh no, not you. You have plenty of rounds still in there, but Anthony.
Yeah.
So
So if
Uh,
I close the gap, does that mean I get better accuracy?
no, because you're pretty good where you are right now.
Okay, so I just suck in general. Okay, I will shoot again. Yeah.
Okay, weapon. Dexterity plus firearms.
No +3 this time.
Yeah, +3. Sorry.
Come on, give me 7. It didn't even give me 7. It gave me an 8 and a 6. 2 1s, 2 4s, and 2 2s. What the flip cards?
Bang.
I didn't know you could get.
This
two
game just
rolling.
hates.
It tears through his
Didn't you
shirt.
say it was raining? Maybe I just like slip in the rain.
Yeah.
You take
So
a step forward, you fall over.
So, kind of crouching down, firing three shots, you're shaking. Maybe it's the fear of the two overwhelming beings that are before you. Maybe it's your father's death that ravels your mind. For this man cut his throat, and he ate that chunk. He chewed on it, ravaged on it. He used it as his sustenance. Your sisters, your brothers, as well as your own mother, eating their faces and pores and their skins. Bang, bang, bang. Your concentration goes off. One does scrape against his shirt. It looks forward. You were close, Irishman. A little bit far from home, maybe. A little bit homesick.
Just haven't had enough whiskey today.
Maybe I should play one of my own tricks. Atlas, at this point, shouts, "Enough of this!" Oh yeah, Nefarious. Do please reload and fire. You wanted to fire, didn't you? I totally forgot. My apologies.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I gave the little hint.
Yeah, thank you. I would have totally forgot.
I did indeed want to shoot at his face again. Or some part of his body.
Okay. Reload and shoot.
Reload and shoot.
Yep. Yeah, that's a little
What
bit
the
better.
flip? Everyone hates me. Everyone hates me.
Connor whispers
I
that
don't know about everyone.
as he is going through some sort of mental crisis on the sidelines.
No, I don't. I do not whisper
No,
that.
I know.
Shut up.
I'm joking.
Stop.
Your
Nice.
dad had.
So, you finally take your deep breath, hold on to Blair tightly, aim just right, not letting the wind, the air, or your rage get to you. The sudden thud of the string flinging the arrow forward doesn't catch you off guard one bit. You're in your element. Thwip. It pierces right into his chest. He stumbles back a bit, grabbing the ground. Ah, fuck, that hurt.
I hope so.
God.
No, I'm
Now
not.
we're
Thank you for the
done.
compliment.
Now we're done playing games, boys. His form disfigures. His flesh.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, go ahead.
before he gets too disformed, can I change to my shotgun and run up to him? I don't think it's that far away.
You won't be able to take a shot,
Suicide run.
but you can run up.
Suicide run.
Okay, you can run up to him, but you can't take that shot yet.
I can't shoot. Okay.
You can run up to him if you would like, but you will not be able to shoot. That is a warning.
Okay, I'm next to him. Or near him.
Tap, 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 running amongst the dried but now rebirthed soil and grass of the rain. The rain pours hard and you run up to him. He flicks his attention to you. New-found black tendrils leak out of his sides, ripping from his mortal flesh. His disguise. His flesh turns to a black, oily substance. His face seems to look like it's leaking. Instead of a mouth in its place, an ordinary squared teeth. Millions of razor-sharp teeth. cascade down his throat as he opens and unhinges his jaw. His hair mats away and falls, and his glasses keep onto his face. Cracking of joints come from his elbows, his knees, and his wrists. His fingers elongate and claws extend. Atlas mutters under his breath, "A Centimani, the most horrid abomination. Come at me, creature of the night. Leave this mere mortal alone. It's me who you want." But it looks at you, Connor. And there you are, stood in fear. I need you to make a roll. And I might just...
And that would be...
Away from the creature?
Would-
Roll
would-
away?
Would this roll possibly be called crippling depression?
Can you
I'm
roll
going to die.
I don't know.
wits plus composure for me?
But all my die rolls have sucked so far. I'm gonna
I
die.
don't think he has any wits if he ran towards the monster we're supposed to kill.
So wits plus composure?
Indeed.
Oh, beautiful day. 3 successes. I win in your face, you freaking person of storytelling.
It gets close. Very close. I think your legs tremble. They start to feel almost like noodles. Your mind goes blank. Your body becomes numb. And you stand doing nothing. But then, somehow, some way, by some miracle, you're able to pull that trigger. Some fire within you allows you to put that shotgun so close to its face and pull the trigger.
Chew on this, mate. Bang.
Can you make
Little
me...
cringe in my face.
Oh, never mind. I'm just going to allow that to be a hit because, yeah. You are using it.
So do I have to roll for like how much damage it does or something, or am I good?
I'm looking right here at the damage currently. Triple cross. 9 again. 134. What? The heck? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay, what? Did I just murder it with one shot or something?
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Say yes.
You can reroll 9s as
It
well
literally
as...
just by saying that.
So you can reroll 9s and 10s. So you can reroll 3 dice.
So roll 3 dice.
Yep.
That I've been nice to know the last time I rolled.
Oh, beautiful day.
Roll 2 more dice.
I got a 6 on both rolls. Please, please. Ah, darn it. Hey, I got a 6 on this roll too.
So
That's 3 6s.
for people watching who don't actually know of World of Darkness, there's a rule called 8 again or 9 again. I didn't know actually about this rule until I just looked at the book. So shotguns have what is called 9 again, where their damage is a base of 4, but because of their pellets, they have what's called 9 again, where you can roll 9s and 10s again upon the successes. So he just rolled a 9, a 10, and a 9. And then he re-rolled a 9 and a 9. So that means he deals 6 damage, which is more than the original 4. So congrats, Connor. A thundering boom of your shotgun.
Yes, I am the Bob Diggity.
His face tears inky black blood, shreds upon the ground. Rain falls, and he stumbles backwards, and he shrieks out in pain. I need everybody to make an initiative roll. Which we are going into combat.
Would be.
What is the initiative roll?
Let's see. A stage 1 initiative.
Since I've never played this.
Yep. Can you roll dexterity plus wits? And I have to roll.
Just dexterity?
Yep. Dexterity plus wits.
Oh, plus wit?
Wits.
I'm screwed.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. Roll that, but without the successes. Just roll them as a score. My apologies.
Do what?
Roll it as a score instead of successes because it's based upon a high score, not really on successes. From what I'm reading. I might be wrong, though. Okay, so 32.
I have no idea what that means.
Get rid of the target number.
Oh, get rid of the target number?
Yeah, so that it adds up the numbers.
Okay, so then.
Instead of just doing them manually.
But I did better last time. Can I keep that one?
Nope.
Oh, wait, I
Oh,
totally
wait, no, never mind.
forgot to do that, the monsters roll. Oops.
What the heck, man? You're supposed to be on top of this.
I am screwed.
Oh, I forgot to do Atlas's roll, too. There's a lot of characters, okay? He is significantly less badass than Lazarus. Or not! Whatever! I need to shut my mouth. Damn, Atlas. Right on top of this. Okay, I gotta go grab my Promethean book.
Which one was Atlas?
Atlas is the good guy. Or quote-unquote good guy.
No, which roll was Atlas's?
54.
Because you rolled 5 times.
Yeah, it's 54. This is.
Atlas was on our side, right?
Maybe. Maybe he is.
Make what? You cut off.
Maybe. Maybe he is. It depends. Who knows? He seems to be on your side for the most part. Hold on. I'm gonna look at your character sheets real quick because, God, I do not know this.
You might not want to look at mine. I screwed it all up.
My character sheet's flipping off. That's what mine is.
Holy crap. Wow.
What?
I'm not gonna say anything, but wow.
Wow.
What?
His shotgun.
You didn't say anything but wow?
No, I was just looking at the health I have for the Promethean, and wow, a shotgun does a lot of damage. Hold on. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for the magics of Prometheans, and there's a lot of them. And I forgot. Can you... Since it's Atlas, I'll just go with that ability and just say he's like full on gonna go up to Lazarus and strangle the living hell out of him because Frankenstein. And Atlas charges forward and he decides to make a strangle roll. And he wants to strangle the living hell out of him. So, blind fighting. I just want bear hug. Ooh, that'll work. Bear hug works.
The gentle love of a tender bear.
Strength plus brawl. His strength is ungodly. I have to roll his strength plus brawl, which is ungodly because he's a Frankenstein. Did that roll? I don't think it rolled. Oh, maybe it did. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. Okay. Okay, and resisted strength plus brawl is he has significant less, or not really significantly less strength, but he does have less strength. Oh, ooh, ow. Okay. Atlas runs up to him, puts his arms around the writhing, nasty creature that is before you, and clenches. And he pulls inward, and you start to hear crunching of bone and rib. But before that, before something else happens, I'm gonna make this, sorry, I'm currently making a lot of rolls right now because I'm trying to see anything. Oh. You hear, or at least see, Atlas crumble after or maybe not crumble, but fall to one knee with Lazarus in his arms. Inky black blood starts to gurgle out of Lazarus's throat. The stake still stuck within his chest, bleeding out. His face a shredded mess. And Atlas making the last push to clench together and kill Lazarus. But one thing happens. A claw rips through Atlas's chest and falls limply out the other side. Atlas drops the abomination to the floor as he starts spitting blood, helpless, before you.
I'm going to put Blair down and ask her if she knows what's going on. Like if she knows how to kill it. Because I sure as hell don't.
Lazarus's body is unmoving. Seems to be dead.
I don't trust that.
Can I put a couple rounds in it just in case?
Yeah, you can, as Atlas is bleeding out. Which, by the way, you don't want to help him. You don't want to help him.
Lazarus or Atlas?
Atlas.
Why not?
For he is a wretched. For basic human instinct makes you not want to help him. But, as his chest does gush blood, we'll get to that in a moment. Blair looks at you. Her eyes have a little bit more emotion. I think he's dead. I don't feel any energy coming from over there. Pseudo puts down his shotgun. Yeah, I think she's right. Ah, fuck! Atlas! Shit! And he sprints over to him. You don't want to take a step towards him. Not at all. But Pseudo
Do you
goes running.
underestimate my level of stupidity?
You know what? Make a willpower plus composure roll. Not willpower. What am I talking about? Wits plus composure roll.
Wits and composure.
Yep. If you would like to go over there and help Atlas. You won't step.
I'd
in
like
that
to,
direction.
but apparently my character doesn't.
Your character, Aetherius, stands there. He doesn't want to take another step towards that ungodly being. For he had something to him. Maybe it wasn't a soul, but he had kindness. Lazarus lays upon the floor as the rain washes his blood away. Atlas gurgles as his body regenerates, slowly but surely. But it doesn't seem to be really helping. Blair walks towards him, as Pseudo is hitting on his chest. Come on, man, make it! We have to stick in this together. We're all monsters, but we're all monsters together. Come on, man! You still need to become human. That's your pilgrimage, right? Fuck! Get up! Blair walks over to him, putting a hand on Pseudo's shoulder, putting her head on Atlas. A tear seems to roll down his cheek, though it's hard to notice with the pouring rain, which seems to be stopping, if only just for a moment. That feeling of wretchedness is gone. The disquiet goes away, and you are finally able to step forward and help him. If you would like. Connor, did you want to go over towards Atlas?
Aren't I already there?
You're close to him.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking if you did want to, like, walk towards him and
I'll
do
take
something.
the couple extra.
Okay. And you all kind of stand over him. His flesh doesn't heal from the hole in his chest. It was, but now it's not. Blood leaks down his white, painted face. The black jester's smile and the black diamonds across his eyes. For his eyes do not glow in alabaster white anymore. There's human in those eyes. A tear rolls down his face. I'm human. I'm human. Thank you. For I may die in peace. Thank you. And he lets out his last breath and dies. Blair starts to cry. Pseudo.
And
Yes,
and
nothing.
say as Blair starts to cry, I'm going to kneel down next to her and give her a hug.
And you do so. You give her a hug, a warm and comforting one. But She feels cold. She sobs into your chest, but as she does this, she digs into your back, your trench coat. The Pandorians, the things, the hands, the limbs still crawl. Yet slowly, they start to turn into inanimate objects. Cups and bowls and clothes. Actually, no, I forgot. These are a certain kind of Pandorian. They start to turn into mannequins, or broken off hands or faces of mannequins, and they all bundle and fall beneath the crimson moon. Blair, holding on tightly to you, digs into your back. Not her normal fingernails, but sharp, claw-like fingernails. She starts to dig to the point where your back starts to begin to bleed. And she sobs. And she screams. Would you like to react into any way?
I'm just gonna keep holding her.
Okay. And she screams more. All I wanted to do was help. All I wanted to do was show you the way so you can get your revenge. And now all I've done is caused death. All I have done was been consumed by my own horror. And it digs ever deeply into your back, to the point where her four tips of her fingers are literally entering your back. Claws are entering your back. Excruciating pain. But you still hold on. You notice a difference, Connor. Her eyes are glowing a golden amber yellow. Her hair grows a little bit ever thicker, softer, and you notice her skin, Aetherius, feels more porcelain and soft. All that Blair whispers is destruction. 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 Pseudo falls to his knees. He seems to be mumbling to himself words on words on words. Lines like, "You bark, I bite. I'm not better than you, I am just better." And then he starts saying things like, "You don't have to listen." And then it will change to, "I am your god." To things to the end, such as unholy, dirty, and beautiful. But the last words he says before anything, he looks to Blair and he says, "You are my moon. You are my stars. And you are my love." She takes the claws out of your back that are stained red. Her white skin and glowing amber eyes look toward him. And she says, I love you. And he looks at her and tells her, I love you too. I'm sorry for this. I just don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anybody else. And he cocks the shotgun, puts it to his head, and clicks the trigger. His lifeless body falls back amongst the ground. Brains, skull, and flesh matter is spread out upon the ground. His mask is in paper shreds. And he lays next to Atlas's body. His face hard to look at. Even you, Nefarious, as a serial killer. I mean, hitman. My apologies. Sorry for the
Serial
misconception.
killer.
As a hitman, I've never seen something as grotesque before. It makes you want to vomit. You do your things clean. This is messy. The right half of his skull completely missing. One eye out. You can even still see some of the mutton chops on the left side of his face. The right side is more composed of teeth and skull and brain that are poured out amongst the grass. Blair looks to the ground and she screams. And just screams. You may do what you please.
I am going to try and turn Blair away from it, like put myself between her and the body.
Okay.
I will take my trench coat and lay it over him, kind of like the close your eyes thing, but
Yeah.
yeah,
He doesn't have eyes anymore.
exactly.
Well, I mean,
He ain't got no face anymore. So
one eye, but the other one is kind of
I'm just
gone.
gonna cover him. I'll cover him.
Okay. She cries into you, Nefarious, and she starts talking. They seem like insane rambles, but after what you've all just seen, it makes more or less some sense. Maybe. I've lied to you. I've lied to you for so long. It's felt like an eternity. It's felt like years. I let it consume me. I let it take over. I could have fought it off longer. All I wanted to do was guide you. I wanted to let you get your revenge. And now it tells me to teach you a lesson about justice, about pain. With that word, she trembles. I let a horror beyond belief use me so that I can guide you, so that I could guide you. Atlas needed help, and this is how I give you in return. I'm a monster. I tore you apart in your dreams. I threw you out of a window. I tore your throat out. That was me. I had nightmares every night of this thing killing me over and over again, but I finally let it consume me. I finally let it become me. That's why I couldn't run from Atlas. That's why me and Pseudo got along. I mean Dominic. His name's Dominic. I didn't mean to run away from him. It's just, I never believed that there was other things out there like me. I was scared of the one person I had feelings for. And she sobs. Finally, after a while of being able to speak, and now he's dead. All of us monsters dead. And I'm the only one left being consumed by the thing within me. Even now, I just want this to end. I'd take my own life, but I know it would hurt you. It's the only reason I wouldn't do it. I have a question to ask. I'm too scared to do it myself. Can you kill me? Can you take my life, please? The world's been so unkind. My father, my mother, she didn't stop any of what he did to me. And I can't even go in detail, it hurts too much. Even right now, everything is blank and fuzzy. It sounds like white noise. Can you please just end it for me? I know I was that piece that you were looking for a daughter. But I know she's out there somewhere. And you'll find her. So please, let my suffering end. And she looks up to you. Tears welled up in her eyes, and the amber glow growing.
I sure hope one day that I can find her again. And I guess for all that you've done for me, I can do this one kindness for you. And then I don't know exactly how to kill her. I could.
What will you do?
Did all that I just said not pick up?
No. I mean, like, what, how will you choose?
I don't know how. Like, you just cut her head off.
You know what? that would actually work. For the creature that she is, a hero must use a blade. I will say that she said that in some sort of context to you, because I don't really know how she would word it. So is that what you choose? Your sword?
Yes.
She grips on to your left hand tightly, and she closes her eyes. A few tears fall out, and her last words are thank you. As you take your right hand and swiftly move it to the right. Her head falls, and blood spurts upon her new sweater, and her body falls limply to the ground as you grasp her left hand. So much blood, so many tears, being lost in the rain. What do you choose to do after this?
Uh, well, Connor, I've done what I came here to do. It looks like I need to move on.
Do you want to put him away right first?
Probably should. It'll help ease some of the pain. Anyways. Should probably get away from here before someone shows up because of the burning building, though.
Okay, I want to find like the most beautiful foresty, flowery area thing.
Sure.
That has a perfect view of the sunset.
All right.
Therefore, stars.
And I'm guessing you choose to bury them?
Yeah, that's what I meant by put away,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. So,
Come on, I figured that out.
no, I'm...
Stupid
Okay.
Steve.
So, you put them into the ground. The tree stands by the edge. That lone crimson tree. Somehow, even with the disquiet from the wretched, even with all the dead plants and forestry, somehow the lone tree, and off to the right, beautiful cascades of flowers and forest, stand and look out upon the stars, as well as the crimson moon. The rain is now but a drizzle, no quaking earth, but calm and still. You look upon the graves you have made. Look to the stars, feeling infinite as ever. Would you guys like to talk or say anything to one another before all of this comes to an end?
Uh, I can't think of anything to say.
May she live on as a shooting star.
Wow. That was beautiful. Okay. So is that all?
I believe so.
Netherius, do you have any last words?
No. No, I don't think, I can't think of anything.
And they lived happily ever after. Yay!
I don't know about happily.
Or
Killed my adopted daughter.
or
They lived depressed and mentally scarred forever.
it's not over
after.
yet. Not over yet.
Of course it's not over.
Screw you.
Someone comes stumbling out of the beautiful trees and bushes. It's a girl. A woman. Hold on. I'm trying to find something.
You're all sorts of static. I have no clue if you just said something.
Okay, hold on. So I can get this right. Am I still static?
Nope, you good.
Okay.
For now, until you start cutting off again.
Okay. This is super important. And I'm gonna die for this. I know it. So, a woman comes stumbling out of the bushes with the trees and the flowers to your right. She has beautifully aquamarine hair, a almost greenish tint to her eyes. She has a perfectly hourglass figure. She is thin and looks almost frail. There are scratches covering her, almost as if thorns tore at her skin. You can see it, but you doubt other people would be able to. Small flowers decorate her hair. 2 horns protrude out of her head, and her eyes almost look like stars. She stumbles forward, breathing heavily, holding herself, shivering, and looks shocked when she sees Netherius. Tears fall down her cheeks, and she looks to you, Netherius, and goes, "Dad?" And that's where we'll leave it, everybody.
You son of Next time I see you, you better hope you're across the room.
I am so glad I don't have any family members in this game or gave my character any, because then everything is good and nice and simple.
I am going to slap you so hard.
Oh.
Son of a bitch brought back my daughter. Just brings her into the frame and then cuts it off right there.
Yep.
And who knows when we're gonna do another one. So you should watch all our future things so then you know when. Ha!
Alright, everybody. Like Adam said, we got stuff coming out. Tomorrow we'll be filming Metal Gear Solid, if you like that sort of stuff. We mentioned it last.
It's not Metal Gear, it's Myrtle Gur.
Okay, it's Myrtle Gur, but it's fucking confusing, okay? I'm gonna be calling it Metal Gear, because it is Metal Gear. It's just
No, it's not. It says Myrtle Gur.
If you guys like some,
Nowhere on there does it say
Okay.
metal or gear.
okay, if you guys like some Foxhound, some freaking Solid Snake, and some laser pointing sneaky fun, this is where you should come. Another thing is we're gonna be, or at least I'm gonna be doing Nikomori, which is a isolating story narrative that I will be doing myself, and I will also be doing Iron Sword, which is Viking fantasy fun, gritty survival, all that jazz. We don't know what we'll be doing next week, actually. I don't know what we'll exactly be doing because of we need to make up our minds on what we want to do. Because I have a lot of games and we all just kind of need to find one. But like if you haven't, anyways, I should probably
So
cut this
if
off
you
at some
have
point.
any suggestions, put them in the comments. Yay!
There you go. But I love you guys. This is the finale. I hope I had one tear there, or at least like one heartfelt moment. I know I'm not the greatest GM, and I know this is rough. This is my first time doing World of Darkness. I can see a lot of my mistakes. I can see a lot of my rerolls. I see a lot of my ums. I see a lot of my storytelling is kind of crappy. But I hope it was at least somewhat enjoyable. And I hope you guys did enjoy that. Now, I'm betting that whooping in the background is them telling me to end this and wrap it up.
No, I'm just writing
Oh.
in chat a whole bunch.
Oh, look at that.
You, mom,
I do want to let you guys know one thing. I love all of you. You guys are all great people, and sharing this experience has been something I have been wanting to do for a very long time. I am very serious when I say that. My inspirations, such as Roll For It and people like Cryotic, made this happen. And those people I absolutely love dearly watching their videos and have actually pulled me through to make this, and it's been kind of a dream of mine. So if somehow Roll For It sees this, or any of them inspirations is then them, I love those guys, and I love you guys for watching this, because this is incredible that you do that. Now, for the real appreciation, for the people who make this the real story. Netherius, or Anthony and Connor and Kirsten. You guys...
Kirsten here.
Yes, but she didn't make the first episode. So I do want to say thank you to all of you. You guys also made this fantastic. You guys are the spark and everything that made this story pull along. I couldn't have done this with other characters. Your characters and who you are fantastic. And as I'm saying this, by the way, there's a conversation in chat about how to kill me. As I'm saying, I love you guys.
How to kill you? It's just that we're going to.
Going to kill me.
I don't know why Connor's joining, but
Oh, I'm joining. Let's do this thing.
why though?
So
He brought back my long lost, thought dead daughter after he had me end up killing my adopted daughter. So excuse me if I'm a little violent.
Well, I just said that my dad died and he turned it into some gruesome gurgling blood thing, so
Well, apparently my pregnant wife's face got ripped off. I didn't know that happened. I thought she was just dead.
So we're gonna go through a Q&A maybe sometime. Maybe after this we'll record it. But for the players that have questions, and you guys who all have questions about what the fuck monsters did they face, or what the fuck was the face eating thing about? That was weird. I will have answers for all
That's
of
what
that.
I've been trying to figure out the entire time we've been doing the podcast. What the fuck are we facing? And then you spray it on us. Oh, it's Frankenstein. Okay.
Two of them are wretched, and one of what Blair was a primordial beast. and she couldn't deal with it. What pseudo was? Figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, everybody, the reason why I keep talking so long is because I want this episode to be at least 2 hours long, but 150 works too. Now, I love everybody. Thank you, thank you. You are all fantastic, and please join us in whatever our next installment is, our great adventures. And if you somehow got through all this blood and gore, I adore you. Thank you very much. Now,
Great adventures of how we end the storyteller.
yep. This is Steve, the storyteller, who might not be here for long.
Next time you see him, it won't be Steve the storyteller.
It might be somebody else, the storyteller.
There'll
Anyways.
be more blood on his profile picture.
Oh, yeah. Netheri, you guys, Steve the storyteller, Netherius, and Connor, I say hi do, and I tip my top hat to you. Ciao, everybody.
Hasta la pasta, catch you with the forearms.
Bye.